Okay, I'm making this Zoom recording, or reading this recording using Zoom to explain about recording in Zoom in meetings or not recording, if you want to record or not record. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because of the meeting I had yesterday, and in the meeting we had yesterday, I forgot to ask people permission if I could record. And what I did is I gave someone, I mentioned during the meeting that you can record meetings, all right? And people asked me how. So I said, rightio, I'll show you. So what I did is I'll just be able to show you, I'm doing this on my phone and on my laptop. So I'm going to use the phone to show you what's part of the recording. So the phone, I'm going to switch cameras on the phone and switch to a different camera. Hold on, I've just got to do that. What have I done? I haven't done it properly. There we are. Press the button to switch cameras. Okay, now you'll see my phone is looking at a different camera, and you'll see, and I'll turn it sideways. You can see at the bottom of the screen there, I'll just move this out of the way so I can see myself. Whoops, I'm in the wrong spot. All right, I'll just do that again. At the bottom of the screen there, you'll see there's a button where I'm actually recording at the moment. So it says recording. If I just press pause, right, and I stop recording, I'll start recording again. So I can record and pause the recording, okay? So that's how you do it, all right? However, one of the problems I had in terms of doing all this is I forgot to ask permission before I did it, okay? So just going back to my other camera again so you can see me in the other screen, okay? So I forgot to ask people permission if I could record the meeting, right? So, and by the way, another thing before I did that, I gave each of the participants the ability to record, okay? So there's a way that, in fact, one of the people in the meeting said, oh, if I try to record, it's saying I don't have permission. And I said, oh, I'll give you permission. And there's just a function in this, which I can show if anyone wants to see it later on, where you can actually record the meeting. But what I did is I said I forgot to ask all the other participants if they were okay with it being recorded. So that's my fault, okay? I should have done that. So rather than doing that in the future, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I think it's great that people are able to record it. If they record it and put it on their own device. So in the future, I will be doing the same thing. I'll say anybody is going to be able to record the meeting. And if they do record the meeting, you'll actually see a little thing coming up saying recording. I'll just show you that again. I'll swap over. I'll just minimize that before I do it. Okay. Right, I'm going to do that. Minimize that, change cameras. Right. You'll see that there's my screen where I'm doing the recording. You'll notice in the top left-hand corner, when it focuses, it says it's recording. Okay, so anybody in the meeting, when they see that happening, will know it's being recorded. Okay, right out back to the ordinary screen again. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So that's not a problem, but what we're going to do next? All right, I've got to call this one up. I've got to go back to my notes. By the way, I'm calling up some notes that I'm going to do that. You can't see the notes unless I do a screen share. So in the future, I'll be doing that. So I'm informing you now that in future meetings, I will always allow people to record if they want to, but I'll be telling them. But if you want training without recording, please ask me, and I can arrange to do individual one-on-one training without recording. I've done this before, and I can do it again. So it's not recorded. However, I do want to point out something about Zoom meetings and any online meetings or anything to do with computer screens. Anything on a computer screen, phone screen, can be recorded multiple ways without using the meeting recording function. For example, I'm recording this moment with the meeting recording function. I don't have to do it that way. I can do it a different way. For example, I can use a PC screen to do that, right? I can just use PC screen recording software. To give you an idea how we do that, all right, I'll just do a screen share now, all right? and share my whole screen. Right? Okay, and share it. It's coming up in a second. All right, I'll just minimize that. Okay, we go to a browser. Okay, just go to minimize that. Go to a browser where I chop in that, and I'll just say PC screen recording. Okay, and when I do that, it'll probably come up with a whole lot of free recording software. Low cost. This one's free. Screen-o-matic, free screen recorder, so you can record screens. There's heaps of software you can get for a personal computer, which will allow you to record the screen. Okay, so, and there's some videos how to record the screen. So if that is happening and somebody is recording the screen, you won't know about it. So anybody can be in a Zoom meeting and you won't know that that's being recorded. There'll be nothing on the screen to tell you that's recording. All right. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, just going back to my notes again, is to via a phone recording software. Now, for example, a phone recording software could be something like AZ Screen Recorder. I'll show you what that is, AZ Screen Recorder. So I'll stop sharing this screen. All right, I'm going to stop sharing now. Okay, and on my phone, I'm going to share the screen. All right, start now. Okay, there's my screen. All right, and then on that screen, there's a piece of software I've got here called, if I can find it, I've got to find it. It's on my screen somewhere. I think it's on the last screen. No, really good when I'm trying to look for something. Here it is, down the bottom here. AZ Screen Recorder. Okay, if I touch on that and touch it, it says a little icon comes up on the screen there. You'll notice that icon there. Right. If I then touch that bit there, it says AZ Screen Recorder will start capturing, display everything on the screen. Start now. This has nothing to do with the Zoom meeting. If I start now, goes a countdown, 3, 2, 1, right? Goes boom, it's now recording, right? It's recording everything that's on this screen. It's flashing. You can't actually see that on this screen, but it's recording. There's nothing to indicate that it's doing the recording other than that thing still staying there, all right? So that's one way, another way of doing it. So you can have a phone that's actually recording on this phone and on the PC screen at the same time. So I'm going to stop that, okay? All right, and come back again. All right, there we are. All right, so it's finished doing the recording. Okay, so it's AZ Screen Recording software, and now I'm playing back what I just recorded on my phone, which you can't see because I haven't got that going. All right, I'll go back to the Zoom meeting on my phone. Okay, so it brings it back. Zoom, no, that's not it. Okay, how do I get back to my Zoom meeting on my phone? I'll stop that AZ Zoom recording and I'll get back to my Zoom meeting. I don't think I'm in Zoom anymore. Yes, Zoom meeting in progress. There we are. It's back there. Okay. So if I wanted to share the screen again, I could share the screen and play back that thing I just recorded. Okay. So I can be recording on a phone in a meeting without anybody knowing I'm recording in a phone on a meeting. Okay. So how else can it be done? Another way it can be done. Right, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Another way it can be done is, go back to my notes where I'm reading. There's a phone app that can transfer a phone screen to a PC screen. For example, it's called Screen Stream. Right. Now I actually have this going already. So if I go over to here where I've got that screen running, I click on that. Okay. Press start on device. So I just go to the device, screen, press start now, and there we are. What's on my phone screen is now appearing on the PC screen, and that PC screen can be recorded. In fact, I think this Screen Stream has also a recording function within itself. So there's those functions. All right, okay. Hold on, you can't see that, I just realized. I didn't do a screen share. All right, I shall do a screen share so you can see that. Sorry, I go back to what's her name. Sorry, I didn't do a screen share. I'll do a screen share. Just do the screen, share the screen. So there we are. I'm sharing my screen, which is just an ordinary browser screen, and this browser has the ability to see what's on my phone screen. So you can see that's happening. All right. So sorry I didn't show that before, but that's if I move across on my phone and change screens and stuff like that, that's been done and that can be recorded. And that's actually being recorded as part of this session that I'm doing now. Okay. So that's a third way of doing it. All right. So I'll stop sharing that. Okay. Back to me. Right. Another way, how else can we record the screen? Well, another very, very simple way is I simply take my phone, right, which I've got sitting there, right? I point my phone at the screen and I switch on the phone recorder. So to do that, I'll share my phone. Hold on, I'll just stop that one. Cancel. Okay. Okay. All right. Just come back to my phone. I'm going to switch my phone over to the Zoom meeting because it's not on the Zoom meeting at the moment. Just going back into Zoom. Okay, there's my phone in the Zoom meeting. Okay. All right, I can see my phone. Yes, why isn't it recording? Why isn't it showing up? It's recording. Don't know. Anyway, all right. So if I want to do a screen share of that, I'll do a share. I'll share the screen. Start now. Sharing the screen, obviously. And obviously on any phone, you've got this thing called a camera, right? You go into the camera and there's a camera, right? There's a camera showing the other half of this room, all right? It's the camera. So if I hold the camera down, you can see the camera is now showing my laptop screen. So if I go over to video, which is there, touch on video, those videos there, and I press the record button, it's going to record the thing. It's not recording because I'm screen sharing at the same time. But if this wasn't part of the Zoom meeting, I can record. So I can record what's on the laptop screen. Okay, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll just stop doing that, all right? So Zoom, stop sharing. All right, I come back to there. All right, back to that one there. Okay, right. Another way, how can we do it another way? There's yet another way of recording without anybody knowing. So the only reason I'm saying all these things is so that people get an appreciation of what can be done. They're thinking, oh, I don't want a thing recorded. They don't realize anybody can record it anyway. Another way is to simply use one of these, a camera, an ordinary camera or a video camera. If I switch it on, all right, hold it in front of the thing, okay, press record, which I'm doing now, it's actually recording. It's recording this, so I can hold it back here and record, and I can see my whole screen. I can zoom in on part of the screen, zoom back on part of the screen. With my camera, just move in and out, right? Stop recording, all right? Okay, it's now busy. I press play, okay? Press play. And there's the recording coming on the screen. Okay, that's enough of that. So all I'm saying is, for all these people that say, righto, I don't want the meeting to be recorded for privacy reasons, is that the other thing, you don't know if it's being recorded because people could be recording it some other way. So if you don't want to be recorded, don't do any online. If you don't ever want to be recorded, don't do any online meetings. But also consider, don't ever make a phone call, don't ever meet up with other people. Because I could take this phone, this one I've got sitting here, right? Switch the camera to another screen. Where am I? Like that. I'm switching cameras. Whoops, I did it again. Put the phone in my top pocket, right? Have a little hole there where it's coming out, and people wouldn't even know I was recording them and walk around the street. In fact, I do this on my bicycle. I ride around on a bicycle all the time with this camera mounted on the handlebars, talking to people, and people don't even know that they're being recorded. All right? Not that I need to tell them, I suppose. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's enough about that. All right. If you want to know more, please email me. But this was just a thing to tell everybody that from now on, I will be giving people option to record all the meetings. If they don't want to record the meetings, if they don't want to be involved in recording the meetings, I can do a separate one where I will promise not to record it. But if you're ever on a meeting and you never know when you're going to be recorded in any way whatsoever, and if you're out and about, you never know if you're being recorded. So just letting everybody know. Right, end of recording.